Hello there and welcome back to another video. Now, today it's just going to be, this is the start of me on furlough as it is at the moment. So every day or most days I will try and present an update with stuff that I'm doing. Most of the time it's not going to be a great deal. It's not going to be a massive amount. There's not a great deal that I can do. That would be amazingly interesting to a lot of people, I don't think anyway. There's going to be things like composing music that I'll be doing, rearranging my studio sort of room as well, sort of doing a bit of a rearranging there, freshen things up a little bit and make space for something else that's going to be coming as well. And just sort of go through the daily routine. My daily routine isn't going to be some massive, great big, extravaganza or anything like that, because it can't be. It can't be. If we're going to stick to the isolation rules and the lockdown rules that we have at the moment, if we're going to do that, then you can't have an extravaganza. Extravagantic? Is that even a word? I genuinely don't know. But we can't have like massive, days out and days out doing this, that, and the other. That's not what it's like, and that's not what I'm like. I respect the lockdown that we have. If I need to, I will go to the shops. Otherwise, I remain in my house. Up until Friday last week, I was still at work as a key worker, but even then, the company that I work for is having to pull back and really tighten the reins on themselves to remain a business. That's a scary thought. It's a scary thought that I'm not pushing to the back of my mind, but I'm occupying my mind with other things that I can get on with and do. So that was what I'm doing. So what have I done today? Today is Tuesday. So we've had Easter. Had one egg because, what am I? I'm 32 years old. I love Easter. It's great. But it comes at a time of year right now where it's quite hot at the moment, even where I am. Like, where I live is notorious for being freezing and raining all year long. But recently, over the last couple of years, it is absolutely boiling at this time of year. I am not someone that enjoys heat. So staying in my house, having the fan on, which I don't have on right now because obviously I'm recording and speaking to you guys. I got the fan, I got the option of an aircon unit that we bought. We sort of like paid it off over a year. An aircon unit that we can move around the house if we need to, just stick it out the window and bam, it's going to be nice and cool. I hate the heat, I really do. When it's sunny and stuff like this, like I've got my curtains closed and I've got my blinds closed as well at the moment. I don't like it. I'm not that person. I used to be as a young kid. I just do not like the sun. I really don't. Both the newspaper, and it's not a newspaper, it's absolute garbage, not even toilet paper, and the sun in the sky. I appreciate what it does, and it allows us to make, to grow food and everything like that. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be around it. I really don't. So, staying inside is not too bad for me. So today, as I said, we've had Easter, had one Easter egg. Because it's so hot, I don't like chocolate and things like that when I am hot, personally. So just having the one was pretty perfect for me, and it was a mini egg one as well. You get the gift of mini eggs as well. I mean, mini eggs are just fantastic. If you don't like mini eggs, I can only assume that you like bounties, and we just wouldn't get on. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, we get on to Tuesday. Had a chilled out weekend on Tuesday right now. What have I done? Well, I've been outside. I've mowed the garden, both gardens front and back. Mowed them, absolutely filled our green bin full of grass, and now it gives a bit of a. It's like making a carpet in your backyard, like making a carpet, and it's just there. It's basically our cat's playground. Our cat is an indoor cat anyway. She doesn't like to go out and explore outside our house or outside of the grounds of our back garden. She just likes to go out there, sit around, chill out. She might even lie on the grass, might even eat a little bit of grass if she needs to. Otherwise, she'll just sit under one of the chairs and just sit and observe the world. That is the life. That is the life of simplicity. I would love the life of a cat, I really would, especially our cat, who is she is safe in our house, and I love that. So yeah, I've done that. It is about 2 o'clock at the moment. What I'm going to start doing is sort of not dismantling my studio room, but rearranging it in a way that will accommodate a keyboard stand for my 88 key MIDI keyboard. So if you don't know what that is, it connects to my computer and allows me to play virtual instruments in the recording software of my choice. So I will get that set up pretty much, because this is pretty much just the corner of a room. I don't know if I can rotate this very well, but it is. It's just, no, I can't. It's going to fall over. Never mind. We won't do that yet. But I'll do like a sort of setup sort of video and let you see what it is once it's all set up. But this is pretty much just like a corner here. So you got a wall here, and it's going to come into this corner right here, which right now is just desk, chair. My other little corner here as well. This isn't just like a closed off area. This is where the chimney was in my house, and this is where my guitars are living. The guitars that I use currently at the moment. So I've got a 7-string, 6-string, and a 5-string bass. 7-string guitar, 6-string guitar, 5-string bass. Might as well clarify that one. I am not like some massive, great big bass player or anything like that. So they're the ones I'm currently using the most. The rest of them are on a guitar tree over there, along with my mandolin, classical guitar, a couple of another acoustic guitar, and a BC Rich, which I got when I was like 13 because I was like, yeah, spiky guitars. It's a good rhythm guitar. That's about it. I do have a 25 key keyboard on my desk, which is nice, but I want to be able to try and sort of set an objective of learning piano properly better, and I've had this 88 key weighted key keyboard for quite a while, and in our last house I was able to have it set up, but I can't have it set up at the moment because I didn't have a stand in the last house. It was the room that I had in my studio was like the very, very top floor, and it had this great big massive beam in the middle of the room, and I could put it on that, and it was great. It was really cool. Didn't need to buy a stand for it. And then I moved to this house, didn't think about it. I was like, yeah, it'd be fine, totally fine. What did I used to put the keyboard on? Oh, it was a great big giant log in the middle of my room. So I can't do that anymore. Gotta wait, and I think it's only going to be a couple of days and it'll turn up. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was quite cheap, to be fair, so hopefully it can, maintain the weight of everything there. And for the rest of today, it's just going to be get some food. So I think I'm going to have some soup for a little bit of a late lunch, because mowing the garden took far too long. It took like nearly an hour and a half, and I am not happy about that. I do not like mowing the garden, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to get out of the way, and then I don't have to do it for a couple of weeks. Maybe. But with the sun beaming its little head off, might have to do it sooner, and I hope I don't. Anyway, so I've got that out of the way, don't have to do it for the rest of the week, don't have to think about it for the next couple of weeks. Then, it's basically going to be getting on to creating music, writing some music myself, so it's going to be some like heavier music, things that I just haven't had time for, for the work that I normally do, because it's not like the most physically demanding job of all time, but it creates a lot of aches and some serious pains for me, just mainly like in my shoulders, in my elbows, for the awkward ways that we have to like pick things up doing what I do. And having sore elbows and stuff like that really doesn't play into, oh, I'd love to play guitar all night. And I would love to play guitar all night most of the time. So I'm sort of rehabilitating my elbows, my shoulders a little bit, my back as well, but my back's not too bad, because I used to do a lot of weightlifting, and my back's always been pretty, quite strength training is probably the best way to say it, not weightlifting, but strength training, so my back's always been quite strong, as well. My arms have been, but it's just, I don't really know how to correct what, it's almost like I've got, if you know the feeling, it's almost like I've got tennis elbow all the time, and I'd love to get rid of that pain. The way I stopped it when I was younger, I used to play squash quite a lot, and I wasn't too bad, and I used to play squash a lot, but I used to play really aggressively. There was no, I had little bits of good technique here and there, but everything was just follow through as hard as you can. And it's just instead of letting the technique flow, I would just hit it as hard as I possibly could. And I would just end up with this awful tennis elbow all the time. And I had to stop playing. I can't really, obviously right now I can stop doing my job because I'm not needed in at the moment. I'm currently furloughed for an indefinite amount of time. But once I go back, those pains will probably come back. So I don't really know how to, figure through those sorts of things anyway. But yes, and then probably I'll get back to, because I'll have more time to make videos again. I'll be able to, if any of you have watched for any amount of time, I used to have like my old like proper studio microphone that I would record into. I would actually take these videos off my phone that I'm recording them on right now. These are like recorded on my phone. It's not a pro camera or anything like that. It's just recorded on the front facing camera of my phone. I will actually now be able to take these back off my phone, go and edit them, maybe put some graphics and stuff like in there as well. Maybe talk about some sports and stuff like that over the next couple of days, or keep it regular. But honestly, I don't really feel like talking about football because there's not a great deal to talk about that's accurate without, there's a lot of, oh, this player's linked to this and this player's linked to that. It's not important right now. There's no transfer window coming up. B, they've still got to sort out what they're doing with this season. C, we don't know what's happening with the season after. And D, obviously, we don't know when this whole pandemic is going to end. So it's not really relevant to talk about stuff like that. I might go down the route of talking about things like the UFC and my thoughts on that. I'm a massive MMA fan. Never done videos on it or anything like that because I don't really. It's not. I like watching it. I like analysing it. I like looking at it from a technique perspective. But you've either got to be exceptionally entertaining when you talk about something, which I'll fully admit that I'm not always the most entertaining when I talk about something, but the reason I can talk about football quite a lot is because I know quite a bit about it. I'm no expert, but I know a bit about it. I know what I'm seeing. I know what our players are capable of doing. So when we do well, I can talk about that. When we do badly, I can say why we didn't do well. When I look at MMA, I am not the most knowledgeable. I am not trained in MMA. I did jiu-jitsu as a child, but I did Japanese jiu-jitsu, not Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So mine was like full gi. I was a child. I wouldn't say I was that good at all. I just didn't have... If I don't have the drive for something to do it, I won't get better at it because I don't want to. So when I've gone on and done guitar, it's because I'm passionate about it. I love it. I went and did all my grades and stuff like that in classical guitar and stuff like that as well. And then composing and stuff like that, I love it. Have a drive for it, and I really do it. MMA, like I love watching it, I love analysing it, I love breaking things down, like in my head. But talking about it, it's one of those things. The perspective that I would come from talking about UFC is why were they so hell bent on putting on events during this pandemic? It was so bizarre. Like, and the same with WWE. I was baffled that I am a wrestling fan, have been since 1993 when I saw the WWF Royal Rumble for the first time. Yokozuna throwing Macho Man Randy Savage over the top rope, Bret Hitman Hart beating Razor Ramon for the WWF Championship. First ever time I saw the Steiner brothers wrestle, and they were awesome back then, before one of them got absolutely roided to hell and the other one just got old. And Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, and the whole little breakup thing that they did as well. It was a great event, and I think you had Bam Bam Bigelow take on someone as well. Big Boss Man. Loved that event. Honestly, I loved that whole event. Bob Backlund at that time, 1993 Royal Rumble, set the record time for being in a Royal Rumble as well. Unreal. Yeah. I love the knowledge, but I can't believe that they put WrestleMania on. I know that there was no audience, but having people that are just literally coming together in such close quarters all over each other during a time like this, I fully appreciate that they want to provide entertainment for the people and be the only people that are doing it. Same thing that the UFC were trying to do. They want to be the first sport back, legitimate sport as well, because WWE is sports entertainment. It's not actual sport. But I just don't get it. So yeah, look, I don't really know how these videos are going to go. This isn't even a planned video. This is just me talking. I can talk forever pretty much about anything. So yeah, we're going to see how it goes. It's almost going to be like a furlough diary. I don't know if that's even going to be a title of it, but hey, we'll see what happens. If there's anything that you'd like us to talk about, or any thoughts that you've got about anything that I've said in this video, because to be honest, I can't really remember what I've said in this video apart from keyboard stuff and some sports stuff as well. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I miss making videos. I do. I miss talking, miss making videos, and I miss having some comments from you guys as well. So I like talking to you. If you're out there and you're watching YouTube and you're wanting to, contribute anything, please do feel free to in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.